morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On the set. Go.
On second down now, it's Morrison. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. For him on the year. It's a first down.
Here we go. Pack the 60. Pack the 60.
Play action. It's Smith. And that's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They run with Cunningham. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2nd down and 8. Now it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Smith. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Morrison. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Falcons at 7 and 3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll drop the throw. Looking for London on the out route complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Smith. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Smith. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Let's go now. Now. Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second and 3. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Cunningham. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
18 more yards there and another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Back. Smash. Smash. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Cunningham. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Pirates! 7 Pirates! 19! Mustang 19!
Back to throw, Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you... We're starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Hey, check.
On first down, it's Morrison. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Smith now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cunningham. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Here's Cunningham. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play action. It's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Cunningham.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
70 Rangers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
There defensively for the breakup, Charvarius Ward. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They go with Cunningham. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up,
You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Smith.
As is complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Morrison. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
38. Ready.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
On second down now, it's Morrison. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Okay, right.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Buying time to his left.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle they go. Morrison only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
They'll run on first down. Cunningham. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 39, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Viking 18.
One last throw here for Smith. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the